Good morning. Here's a quick introduction to how to create a Google Analytics account. Why do you want to do this? To do this is very important if you want to track site visitors. Why do you want to track website visitors? Because you want to know how you're doing. If you're serious about driving traffic to your site, about increasing sales, about capturing new leads, you need to measure what it is you're doing, what works, and what you can improve on. And this is the first step. So we need to sign up. How do we do that? First of all, if you have a Gmail account, any old Gmail account will do, you can sign in. And a lot of information is already created for you. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to sign into Analytics. I'm going to use my personal email address, and I'm going to just get to opening page. Alright, so what do? Start analyzing your site's traffic in 3 steps. Yep, that's what we want. So we sign up. Well, first of all, we're going to create the account. Now the account can have up to 100 websites on it. So I'm going to call this New Start Dev Demo Account. And I'm also going to set up my first property on this account. Unfortunately, my property is called demoproperty.com. Let's see. And here's my website. It's HTTPS, and I'm going to put it here. Okay, and Google wants you to select a category. This is more for Google's benefit than your own, so you don't really have to, but I'm going to say I'm Internet Telecom, and I'm going to be on the West Coast. And you don't have to tick all of these, but it's probably a good idea too. And now you're going to get your tracking ID. Okay, yes, I accept data processing. This is a legal requirement as brought in by the GDPR, which is General Data Processing Regulations, which is an EU regulation. Now you may well be based in the States and think it doesn't apply to you, but sadly anyone who visits your site, if they happen to be sitting within a European Union country, GDPR applies. And then you have to accept that as well. So we accepted that. Success. I'll say no thanks to that now. We now have the tracking ID. And that is marvelous. Okay, now at this point, a lot of it starts getting a little bit more technical, and some people get a little bit confused about what's going on. So I recommend that the first thing they do is invite their web developer to be a user on the account. The advantage of this is that you can delete this user whenever you want, and it also means that because you've created your Google Analytics in your name and not your developer's name, you own the data, and this data will be with you forever and ever now. So that's really important. So how do you do that? So we get to this point, we've got the tracking number, that's fantastic. We go admin, and we go user management, and we want to add somebody, and we're going to add our web developer, who's newstart.solutions. And the important thing here is we want them to be able to collaborate and edit and manage users, maybe just give them. Okay, if you know them and you trust them, then that's a really good thing. Add. And at this point, that's all you need to do, because Google Analytics will now send an email inviting your developer to your account, and they can take over and do the technical business of setting up your property or properties. You've got more than one website, and getting everything up and running. Hopefully this makes sense, and I'll see you in the next one. My next video is going to be about Google Tag Manager implementation. Google Tag Manager is a way of handling many tracking scripts easily through a Google interface rather than having to access your website code every time, and as such is very useful. I'll be using Google Tag Manager to implement the Google Analytics tracking. Thank you.